Well, hello there,
Hello there.
everyone, and welcome to my channel. Since this is gonna be the first video on this channel, I'm gonna do a small little introduction, but as you might have guessed by my username and the icon of the channel, this is not gonna be a channel where you will see my face or get to know me on a more in-depth level. It's just another one of your average Joe's motorcycle content creators talking about topics. Shocking, I know, it's very original. But hear me out, because you might find my little sarcastic and ironic personality quite entertaining in the end. But I'm gonna put up a little disclaimer right here now, because I know that somebody is gonna feel offended by my personality. So, if you are someone who is very prone to feeling offended by every small little opinion in the world, or if you cannot stand someone having a different opinion as you, do us all a favor and click off the video, because I'm not gonna hold back on my opinion for anyone, and I just don't cater to snowflakes. Doesn't mean that I'm just gonna be like cussing out everyone or something, but do be warned that I can be quite ironic and sarcastic. So, what do I want to talk to you guys about today? Basically, it's a topic that has been discussed widely by a lot of people already, but I think I have an insight on the topic, especially my last point out of the 3 points, which you might not have heard before. So, the video is gonna be divided into 3 headlines, and it's gonna be about dating. So, welcome to my new series called Hold Up, Wait a Minute, Can We Talk About This? This meaning dating this time. And I'm gonna try to not drag it out too much because I value your time, my time. So let's get right into it. So, first headline is basically the shallowness and depthless of nowadays relationships. What do I mean with that? Basically, I mean that, in my opinion at least, and in the opinion of a lot of my friends and people that I know, relationships nowadays have become extremely shallow. People are just prone to going for people that they think are gonna be the best suitable for them. They're looking for their Barbie, their Ken, and are not willing to accept quirks from people, and will therefore not get involved into a more deep emotional relationship, which involves the risk, of course, of getting hurt. So people nowadays are just opting to go for, I don't know how you call it nowadays, you're freaks, but something like, I don't know, situationship or friends with benefits. I'm not sure what the current term for this is, but you all know what I mean. And I think it's quite sad, to be honest. Of course, everyone can do their own thing. If you're not a person that is into relationships, you can do whatever you want, but people are getting lonelier and lonelier nowadays, which is presented by a lot of statistics. So that is backing up my theory that just a lot of people are afraid of committing to a relationship emotionally and having the risk of actually getting hurt, the relationship not working out, so they would rather just go for the candy, basically, and just enjoy the physical interactivity with someone instead of the emotional one. And I think that is leading to come on, my dude. You're welcome. I think that is leading to a lot of people being very lonely and very sad because they don't really have anyone to share stuff with. Of course, there's people going with their situationship into vacations and whatnot, and if that's working out for you, good for you, more power to you, of course, but I think that a good portion of people is just lonely and afraid of actually committing, because they might have experienced shit in the past, or They just don't feel like investing the time and effort into an actual relationship and what comes with the relationship, because you will not only have the good stuff, of course, in a relationship, you will also have the quirks and the bad stuff from the person. Next up on the headlines is gonna be the comparison to back in the days. And I don't mean by that before you are like, before you're losing your shit. I don't mean like, we need to go back to stereotypical relationships, this, that, and yada, yada, yada. You can do whatever you want. You can live your relationship however you want. I'm not anyone trying to dictate to you how you're going to have to live the relationship. But I do, however, think that back in the day, it was quite easier finding your soulmate, basically, because there was just not that much options. And options is, of course, a good thing. Also, it's great that you have the possibility to get to know more people from around the world, connect with them through social media, dating websites, apps and whatnot. But I do, however, think that this leads to people not really settling for someone. They are maybe grabbing someone, keeping them on the hook because they want to have a backup solution, basically. But they are never really committing because they think, hey, there is gonna be someone out there who's gonna be picture perfect for me, and I'm just gonna keep this one person warm for me until I find this person. And let me break it to you, you will most likely, in 99% of the cases, not find your picture perfect Ken or Barbie. So, settle down for someone and lower your expectations. You're ruining it for yourself, you're ruining it for everyone else, and you're making it incredibly difficult for people to actually commit to a relationship, because some people will have their hopes and be like, yeah, the person is gonna settle for me. Nope. Person not gonna settle for you because they have not resolved their own issues. So, resolve your own issues. Settle for someone who is at least, 80% compatible with you, because you will not find someone who's gonna be your exact copy just of the opposite gender. If you do, however, have found the perfect person for you, good for you, more power to you. I'm happy for you, but I don't think that in 90% of the cases at least, this is going to happen. You will have to settle for someone, of course, who will share interests and hobbies and opinions with you on certain stuff, but it will not always be like your exact copy. Just accept this fact. Please, for the love of God, accept this fact. I'm not trying to sound bitter because I'm in no need of a partner right now. I am in a working, happy relationship. Have been for quite some time. But, for the love of God, my bike did not want to find the gear. I have been for quite some time. So it's not like I'm talking this out of bitterness. I'm just talking this out of a lot of people that I know not being in relationships for many, many years. And it's not that they're ugly or anything, or that they're incompatible with having a relationship. It's just that they're not finding someone that wants to settle with them, because they think that they can find their Ken or their Barbie for themselves. So please, for the love of God, stop doing that. And lastly, what is, I think, one of the biggest points that nobody realizes. Hear me out. I think that it is great that people have the option to have a lot of information of stuff that is happening around the world. But I do, however, also think that it is poison sometimes to friendships and relationships. What do I mean with that? I do mean that nowadays every one of you will have an opinion on every fucking thing. You will most likely have an opinion on Elon Musk, on the Gaza war between Israel and Palestine, be decided for one of these parties. You will most likely have an opinion on the war between Russia and Ukraine and yada 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 yada. So, There's a lot of topics to be discussed nowadays, and also, of course, that's just politics. There's not even religion counting into that. And religion and politics have been and will always be topics of controversy, because you will most likely not find a person that is going to be agreeing with you on all of these topics the same way that you think about them. And I've experienced it myself firsthand with a friends group, former friends group, and also with people that I just got to know basically. And first they will be like having a good time with a person, they will like the person, and the more you get to know the person and the more sometimes, because I'm not trying to like bring politics or religion into the conversation whenever I'm with friends. It does happen, however, sometimes, and I have experienced it myself firsthand, that people will suddenly, even though they have liked you for maybe many years already, will suddenly realize, hey, he doesn't or she doesn't have the same opinion I have on topic A or B, and I kind of think that he or she is an idiot for that, for not having the same opinion. And you will start automatically, subconsciously, without even realizing it, disregarding this person and not wanting to be with that person anymore, not to connect with this person anymore. And I think that's a horrible thing nowadays, because in a friendship it's okay, you might lose a friendship or two about it, but I think it is even more poisonous for relationships, because at the end of the day you will have to think about it, like, is this topic really this important to me that I want to sacrifice having a good friend or a good relationship with someone just because the person is not of the exact same opinion as me? And do I really want to like throw this person out of my life basically because of that? And I just think that back in the day, of course you were also getting news from the newspapers and whatnot, but it was just a little different. You were maybe getting the local news like every day, and news from around the world like, I don't know, every week or something, because it was just not as easy to spread information throughout all of the people, and it just made it easier for the people to connect, because you will just have discussed topics that were important to you in your community, in your like close circle, in your village, city or whatnot. And nowadays it's like, oh, you have an opinion on a country that is like, I don't know, multiple thousand kilometers far away, and you are not sharing the same opinion as me. My goodness, what an idiot. Or, I don't know. But do you get the point of me, of information being great and all? It is nice to be informed also about climate and everything, but I think it is ruining a lot of the friendships and even more so relationships. Because in a relationship you will look for somebody who you want to spend the rest of your life with. And if you do think that the person has like a shit point of view on some of the topics, are you really going to settle for someone like this for the rest of your life? No, you're not going to, obviously. So, if I piqued your interest with this video, and if I did have a point, especially this last point now, which you did not have in mind and you want to see more of it, feel free to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe down below.